Hello everybody. Today I'm going to share with you a beautiful piece of card magic. It is a creation of the genius John Rackabamer, and this is a top-notch professional card magic. But don't worry, it is not very difficult to do. You need some practice in order to perform this smoothly. But if you can perform this, this is going to be something which you will always love to perform, because it has a wonderful result at the end, an unexpected result. I'm Kaushik Biswas and you are watching my channel Kaushik Biswas Magic. Every week I'm uploading several magic and mentalism tutorials on this channel. So if you love to see magic, if you want to learn magic or mentalism, please support me by subscribing my channel. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and write in the comments how much you enjoyed watching this tutorial and how much your friends and viewers enjoyed watching this beautiful piece of magic. Also, don't forget to strike the bell icon for new upload notifications. Keep your notifications on. Without much ado, let me perform this trick for you first, and then I'll show you how to do it. So this is how it looks from the audience perspective. You show a deck of cards and say that you are going to perform a trick with 4 aces. So saying you take out the 4 aces from this deck. So let us see where are the aces. So we have, yes, the ace of diamonds, and second ace is the ace of clubs. Then we have here the ace of hearts, and finally we have the ace of spades. So we are going to use these 4 aces. This is one of my favorite tricks, one of my favorite. In fact, I have 2 or 3 very favorite effects of mine, and this is one of them. And I just remember another trick that I love to perform, in which 3 spectators choose any 3 cards, and magically I find them out one by one. It is a beautiful trick. Let me show you. Just can you help me, sir? You and you and you. I need 3 cards to be selected. You can choose any 3 cards out of this deck. But since I'm performing this only for the camera and there's nobody here, so I'll be using the 3 queens that comes first in this deck, so that you can remember them easily. So here we have the queen of hearts. Second queen is here the queen of spades. And finally we have here the queen of diamonds. So these 3 queens I'll be using, 2 red queens and 1 black queen. You take out the queens, the cards can even be signed if they want, and then you just shuffle them off like so. So all the cards are mixed up and you have absolutely no idea where the queens are. You can even give the deck a cut. Should I perform this trick or this one? I'm getting confused myself. Alright, let me finish this trick first. I'll get back to this trick a little later, but let me perform this trick first and then I'll go to the other trick. Now here, as I showed you, I'm using the 4 aces. These aces are going to make something very special, very magical twist. See, here are the 4 aces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 aces. I just give it a shake like so, and one of the aces should turn face up. Another shake like so, and another ace should turn face up. And another shake, and what happens, so, the third ace has also turned face up, and this is the only ace which is not facing up. I shall just put it inside so that it is not at the bottom. If it is at the bottom, you might think that I'm turning it facing up. But you know what? It is very difficult to turn the ace of spades face up. It is the most difficult thing. And that is the reason why ace of spades has a very big pip. It is different from the other aces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them here on top of this deck and give it a flick like this. Not only the aces are turned face up, there is a card in between the aces, and they are the 3 selected cards. That is it. I hope you enjoyed the trick. It is a really an outstanding card effect, and there is an unexpected climax. So let us get into the secret. At the same time, I take the opportunity to tell you that if you want to take your magic to the next level, please consider joining as a member of my channel in level 2 or higher. That is because in level 2 and in the higher levels, I am sharing some really commercial and professional magical secrets which I cannot discuss in the open area of my channel for obvious reasons. Every week I'm uploading some new wonderful effects that I have been performing in my own paid gigs. So enjoy those wonderful tricks and make your audience amazed. So for this trick, you need what? You need a deck of cards and nothing else. Now I like to use 2 red queens and 1 black queen, but any 3 queens can be used, and the aces can be placed in such a way if you want. But if you don't want to set this deck up, you can perform impromptu. There is no reason, but this card should be at the bottom of the other aces. So you can do it in any ways. Let us put it somewhere among the other cards so that you can see how it is done. So the cards are inside the deck. You take out the cards and say, you know what you have to say. Now you take out the aces first. You said that you were going to perform the 4 ace trick, and as if you are performing a twisting aces trick. So you take out one at a time the 4 aces. So here is the second ace, here is the third ace, and finally we have the ace of spades. So saying, you just take them out and drop them here, turn the deck over. Now you just turn the deck over. Place these cards on top of the deck, and then you show the cards like so. This ace should be here, and as you close the fan, you take a break under the top 3 cards. That means above the ace of spades. So here is a break, as you can see. Now this is very casual. You show the cards. It can be alternating color in any way, and you just put them here, and then you say, I remember another trick. Another beautiful trick which I always love to perform. So saying, this is just a misdirection. What you need to do, you need to take the top cards. That means all the aces above the break together and put them here. But you just can't do it like so, because they will see that you have dropped the ace of spades. So what you have to do is you just turn your hand like this. This is called necktie. So you say that, I remember another trick, with 3 cards. The spectators select any 3 cards, and the magician finds them out magically. So saying, what you do is, you say that, can you help me? So saying, you just take out the 3 cards. They can be any 3 randomly selected cards. But since I'm performing this for you, it is easy to remember if I choose the 3 queens. Remember, the ace of spades is facing down when the deck is facing up and it is at the bottom. So you take out the queens here. So I'll take out the queens, but they can be any selected cards. They can also be signed if you want, but I don't want that the cards should be signed because it doesn't add anything to the mystery. So you take out the queens and you can put them in alternating color. It looks nice. Now you have to put it at the bottom. So you just can't turn this over because they will see the ace. So what you do is just put them here like so and turn the deck over like this. And take a break under the top two cards. So here is a break under the top two cards. See. So it is all here like this. You just put it under the deck, turn the deck over. Immediately take break under the top two cards. You say that, should I perform this trick or this one? Actually, I started with this trick. I should finish this trick first and then I'll perform the next one. Now, what you have done is you have added the two cards above the break under these three aces. So the three aces is here, and this is how I perform it. But you can perform it in a different way. So there is a break under the top two cards, and you say that, suddenly you say that, no, actually, I'm confused myself. I should perform this trick first because I started with this one. So saying, you can just hold it like this. You can even hold the deck and put it here as if, that is the reason why you have put these aces on top. So you can just put it like that. But you have to be careful not to split the cards like this. So the deck is there and you have here three aces facing up and two queens facing down at the bottom. Now you said that I'll be using these four aces, you remember. So saying you take two of these aces and put them under and then you turn them over. But you should be very careful. You should never split the cards. So you say that I'll be using these four aces. And this is a casual movement. And after you have put them at the bottom, you turn the cards over and do an arm's length count. Now, arm's length count, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to count it actually, but you just show four cards. Now, this is now in a perfect position to make a turnover move. I don't remember the name, what is called turnover switch or like this. Now, the thing is, the bottom card is now facing up and the top card is also facing down. So you hold at the diagonally opposite corners with your middle finger and thumb, and as you are shaking it over the deck with your ring finger, I do it with the ring finger, you just turn this over. So that is the move. So you say that, I just shake it like so. Now I have just turned it over. Once again, you just move it like this. So that the position of the cards is just opposite. So you just hold it like this and just make a move and then say that now one of the cards will turn face up. One of the aces have turned face up. Now again you have done an arm's length count. Now you have to do an arm's length count for the second time. So the first time you do an arm's length count, one of the ace will turn face up. You just close it like this, square it perfectly, and again this time you don't do any turnover move. You just shake it and do an arm's length count again, and this time two aces seem to have turned face up. You just close the spread and again make a move, and this time you don't do an arm's length count. What you do, you take the top card like this, P of the top card you can see, take the next card and put it on top. You say one has ace of diamonds is now face up, ace of clubs is not face up. Now you do a block pushover. That means you just push over all the cards. Now there are 2 cards here. So you push over these 2 cards on the top and put it here on top of this and put this card on top. Now this covers the double edge of this card. And you say that these 3 cards have turned face up and one of the cards has remained face down. And it is the Ace of Spades. But you know, Ace of Spades is very difficult to turn face up because it is a different kind of ace. That is the reason why the spot is very big. And if I put it at the bottom, it is at the bottom. You might think that I'm turning it over somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top card and put it under. So you take the top card and put it at the bottom so that the face down card is second from the bottom. And then you say, I just can't do it like that. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put it on top of the deck. Cast a shadow or whatever you like, or just do a flicking move like this. And then you say that all the aces have turned face up. And not only the aces have turned face up, oh my gosh, there is a card in between the aces. And sure enough, these are your selected cards. One at a time you show them and everything can be examined. So, it's a very nice routine, but I know you need to practice it a little bit. Sometimes there are tricks you need to perform. Even if you are a beginner, you should give it a try. Practice it hard. Only then you will grow your confidence. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Give it a try, show it to your friends, and write in the comments how much your friends and viewers enjoyed this. Perform magic, make people laugh and happy with your magic. See you again next time in the next video. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.